We're back with a chance to raise a glass to booming business in an ever-changing industry. If you've noticed more craft breweries popping up in our two states, you're not alone. In the past 10 years, Kansas and Missouri have seen a surge in production as new breweries set up shop. Their numbers more than tripled in Kansas in the last decade and more than doubled in Missouri. 165 breweries called the Show Me State home last year, ranking at 20th in the U.S. And those breweries pull in big business, pouring more than $500 million into the Kansas economy last year and $1.2 billion in Missouri, not to mention jobs for thousands of workers. It's cause for celebration, so says the Missouri Craft Brewers Guild, which dubbed the entire month of June Show Me Craft Beer Month. We took a trip to a local brewery to discuss the impact of successes and changes in the industry here at home. I'm here at Casey Beer Co. in Waldo with Steve Holley, the founder and managing partner. Thanks so much for having us today.
Good morning.
Morning. We talk about just brewers coming into Missouri. You started out 10 years ago. Right. A lot has changed since then. What has that last decade been like for you?
Well, there's been tremendous growth in the industry. There were probably less than 10 craft breweries in the Kansas City area. Now there's about 50. So, and nationally there were a little less than 3,000. There's almost 10,000 10 years later now. So there's been extreme rapid growth in the industry.
Yeah, for a good stretch there, it felt like we'd see a brewery open every few months. Is there such a thing as an oversaturation in the market here, or just people find the brewery they like and stick with that?
Well, there's kind of different sizes and types of breweries. The most prevalent are the small tap rooms that mostly sell beer across their bar by the glass. The challenge now in the industry are the ones that distribute on a wholesale basis. That's pretty flooded, and there's lots of competition for shelf space and a lot of brands out there. So that's probably the most distressed segment of the craft beer industry.
Mm-hmm. And you distribute your beer around as well. I mean,
yes.
You're all about good beer and fun, but I mean, this is a business.
It is a business.
So how do you overcome those challenges?
Well, we have sales staff and we do a lot of marketing. We have a great social media manager here, so we're involved in a lot of events locally. So we just try to stay involved with the community, get our products in front of people, and just make sure we're noticeable.
And grow that market too. And we've noticed, especially in the past 3, 4, 5 years, much more diversity in craft beer from minority and women-owned breweries as well, and customer bases. How do you open up the industry and your product to a wider base?
Well, I think that's the heart of craft beer, is that variety. Beer is such a ubiquitous product around the world. Different grains and microflora wherever in the world create a different beer style. So there's a plethora of interesting beer styles, and it's up to the brewer to decide what they want to focus on. We focus on German style beer, but someone may be a Belgian beer fan or sours. That's why craft beer is sort of fun and interesting.
Have tastes changed at all?
I would say going back like 30 years ago, I think a lot of breweries were kind of doing German style beers and some English pub beers. But what's really gone crazy are IPAs. Those are India Pale Ales, dry hopped, huge amounts of hop aroma and character, and that is the most popular craft beer style now, like 40% of all the craft beer sold. So that still keeps growing and is still very popular, and different variations of that particular style keep popping up.
Nice. Show Me Craft Beer Month, all month long.
Correct.
Any special events planned?
Well, so we're going to have a collaboration release with the Missouri Craft Brewers. We come together with a recipe. It was brewed at Boulevard this quarter, and it'll go on sale June 12th. It's a Belgian quadruple ale, so a strong, dark ale, lots of flavor and spicy aromas. Then we have our pint glass day with Missouri. It's a designed pint glass that shows our state insect, the honeybee, the state tree, and so on and so forth. So it's a really neat design, and you can pick that up at participating breweries. It'll be for sale. And then just probably specials and things going on with different breweries during the month.
Nice. Sounds like a lot of fun. Steve Holley with Casey Beer Co.
Right.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
To stay up to date on all the events happening this month, go online to mocraftbeer.com.